Hello, good evening, and welcome to the stream a little later than advertised. Or, well, a little later than I planned, yes. So a little later than the schedule. Not advertised, it's hardly advertising. Well, I suppose technically it is. Anyway. Yeah, so a little later than planned. One thing or another. Just meant couldn't quite make it for 7:30, but there we are. But we are live now, and it is in fact a Grace giveaway this evening. Yes, that's right. Yes, it is. Bear with while I do a little bit of social media. Make sure everybody knows, everybody gets a chance. Also, let's go to the live screen. There we go. And the same on the YouTube. Yes, we're live over there as well. Much higher bitrate, in fact, and resolution. So, yeah, there's that. Right, okay, I think that's all the social medias. Have I done them all? I think so, maybe not. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we're good. Right. Mathematica, welcome to the stream. So... Right, we already did the giveaway reset, so giveaway... Open, there we go. The giveaway is now open. For those wishing to enter, it is a Grace code as well, so you can use it on an inactive account even. Yes, fancy that. Actually, I better get one while I'm thinking about it. Right, there you go. Order processing. Can't remember which email it goes to. Oops. No, I think I do know. Mindquake TM with hashtag loot, please. Good luck on your entry. It's me and my inexplicably long stream title. Right, let's get some dailies pulled. Applying for a job. Straightforward, please. What do I? What do we get? Rats, okay. Not too bad. Right, okay. Leaked daily. Elite daily. Londis, welcome to the stream. A very happy bank holiday to you, sir. I hope you're 3 beers deep already, sir. No beer for me tonight. Mrs. Callis too's at work. Never mind. Aliens alone. Oh my god, we got those ones. Okay. I'll have a drink. You've been told, yeah. Yeah, when I'm gonna crack open a cold one when she's back. But at the moment, yeah, I'm still picking her up from work, so gotta drive means no to the beer. I can't, Can't be helped. I actually thought they were going to be off this evening, but it turns out not, so... Mind you, I thought they were working Saturday night, and they weren't, so I did a beer o'clock stream on Saturday night, so, yeah. Everybody's here. Ew. Fancy naming your characters Elon Musk. Ugh. Well, whatever. Probably ironic. Yeah, no sign of the Arbiter's drone, so no Freelancers Inc. complete 3 dailies mission this time. Since I got rid of my car, the missus doesn't ask for a lift anymore because she doesn't like the motorbike. Ah, well, I wouldn't ride a motorbike either. After a beer, no. No, you got to remember she's finishing work from a pub. And yeah, pubs. Yeah, I don't want to walking home alone or something. Nope, I'm old-fashioned. Not like I'm on some big hard case that can do anything about anyone kicking off, but I can keep them busy while she gets a head start, can't I? There we go, Grace Keys come through. Copy that. It's a deterrent. Yeah, it's less likely to happen if, you know, there's a 6-foot-plus bloke walking with you with a great big beard. Less likely to encourage an approach. Yeah, it's you know, too many stories where start with they were walking home alone. You know, yeah, don't be a statistic. Yeah. Rage Star, welcome to the stream. Like Captain Birdseye turns up at the pub, they're more likely to ask you for an autograph instead of a Barney. Yeah. So someone at the a complete stranger in town. They wandered in like about 9:30, asking if food was still on. They were like, "No, it's Sunday. Food service finished at 8." And they were like, "Oh, okay. Well, can we get a drink?" They said, "Well, we can serve you, yeah, but that's it. You know, there's no rooms. We're fully booked. It's a bank holiday weekend." And then after they got a drink about an hour later, they started a big row, so they were asked to leave. She told me about it, and I texted her at 10 o'clock just going, "How's your shift going, sweetheart?" You know. We missed the paid buff bots. What, like these? I think. If they're not, they look like them. I want to know if people have stood here and gone, "Help." No, they're not, are they? Oh well. Yeah, maybe they just couldn't afford to keep the paid tunes active for the buff bot. Naragok, nice. I'm playing and watching your stream on the other monitor. Nice. Got back into the game about a week ago. Cool. Welcome back, Ruth. Stuart Hall, happy May Day. May the Schwartz be with you. Or at least yesterday. Yep. Definitely. Yeah, it is one of those. Vision of Hope. Oh, yeah. I remember. Right, okay. That's weird. I was just looking at Machine Buffer as all. Oh, they've got the individual ones. Right. I can rebuff any of the paid buffs anyway because I have all those paid classes. Right, I just want to overwrite that for that. Yeah, the paid bots being there were pretty epic. I don't think they're in ICC anymore either, or they might be. There may be some. Let's have a quick look. You got to remember, if there's 4 or 5 paid characters there buffing people 24/7, someone's paying for those accounts, you know, so... Well, they're higher level than me, and I'm 210. Switzor is now following. Welcome to the stream. Switzor, subscribed. Oh, with Prime. Thank you very much for the sub. Got Bleat. Right, there we go. Buff menu. So he has got some paid buffs. I don't know which ones. And, so he's got a paid trader there. Yeah, so I can get comp moochums. And the bigger things. So yeah, he's got a few. Not all. It'd be nice if he had a paid fixer for the bigger buffs. Still pretty epic that they supplied that though. An anonymous gifter gifted buff bot. Tier 1 sub. Hold up, I am still subbed. What? You got more than one Twitch account you logged in with or something? Oh dear. Right, okay. Well, we're here, let's go do rats. All good, I'm still subbed. Are you? Can't see a sub badge. Were you doing it with Prime? Because with Prime it doesn't automatically renew the sub, you know. Rage Star with a loot, please. Good luck. Let's pull a few before we get started on the mission. Blondie subscribed with Prime. Now you're subbed. Yay. Thanks for the resub, Blondis. Right, let's start the mission, even though we've already got rats in tow. Are you ready? Yes. Getting a head start with 20 or so here. There we are. Right, and to the beach. Do rabid fleas still make that boink noise when they ankle bite you? Yes, they do. You can meet some garbage fleas. Any flea mobs do. So the ones in the subway, missions, and Elite, they all go boink. Yeah, like a flea. I don't know who decided fleas go boink, but apparently fleas go boink. Although in syllables, is it syllable? Anyway, yeah. So it's more like doink. Yeah, I think doink is the boink or doink is the right onomatopoeia. I think, if I've remembered what onomatopoeia means. Oh, actually, it's not onomatopoeia because they actually make a sound. So what's the word for the using a word to describe a sound? That's not onomatopoeia, is it? That's... What is that? Is that just English? Is that... It's a noun, you dumbass. I'm not sure. Yeah, an example of onomatopoeia is the chair groaned. Obviously, the inanimate object does not make a sound. However, chairs can creak. It is onomatopoeia, yeah. Wasn't that an MJ song? What, onomatopoeia? No. It'll have a Latin derivative. It's probably some derivative of Latin. A lot of words like simile and adjective, they all stem from a lot of Latin and stuff. I think it's been years since I studied English. Because unless you're doing like an English language major or degree, you don't really study English in the UK after, high school, basically. Yeah, so onomatopoeia, am I thinking, or echoism, that's a very old word. Time word, process of creating word that phonetically imitates, resembles, or suggests the sound it describes, commonplace in oink, meow, roar, chirp. Oh yeah, so it is as well. So it's a description of a sound that something makes that isn't a word. But also... Oh, it's ancient Greek. Right, it's ancient Greek, not Latin. Smelling different for quack, bark, roar, lion. Yeah, so it is that. Yeah. The opposite case is cuckoo, which, due to continuous familiarity with the bird noise down the centuries, has approximately kept the same pronunciation. Consonants alone. Furrow followed free in Samuel's rhyme of the ancient Marrier. The words followed and free are not onomatopoeic in themselves, but in conjunction with furrow, they reproduce the sound of the ripples. Do they? So yes, it is onomatopoeia, yeah. It has a broader definition than I thought. You've killed 85 rats. Very good. You feel the core of your being shift as the source makes room for a divine presence. Fancy talk has reached enlightenment. Congratulations. Oh my god. Neosaurus Creations. Big love from Omni Wayland Yutani. Totally not an evil corporation. Totally not. Totally not. I see you guys around a lot. You're a very large, busy org there. Anyone wondering where they feel like they've maybe heard that name before, you've probably watched one of the Alien movies. Yeah, that's who the crew work for in the very first movie, Wayland Yutani, who are well aware there's an alien presence on the planet and don't care what happens to the crew, but they want a sample. So there you go. Sorry, plot spoiler. Yeah, if you've never seen the Alien movies, go start with the very first one, and minor spoiler alert, it is horror. and it is a very scary movie. So, blood, guts, gore, terror, dread. Yeah, it's if you like horror, you're going to love it. If you're uncomfortable with tense psychological and graphic horror, do not watch that film, okay? Because it's going to fluff you up, all right? Fair warning. Stuart Hall. So I lived in the UK around 25 years, 5 to 31 years old. Been around the States now for more 20-ish, and I still ask, where are your courgettes? Not bloody zucchini. That's because they're called courgettes. Courgette's the name of the plant, isn't it? It's like a type of cucumber, a courgette. Am I thinking of something else? I've grown courgettes on... yeah, how to grow them. Yeah, they're like a kind of a cucumber... okay. So they call courgettes zucchinis. Why the hell do they call them that? Courgettes are commonly described as marrows harvested young. Yeah, so like cucumber marrow family. You know, that kind of a thing. Big, phallic vegetable. Of course, Wikipedia, zucchini. Baby marrow, yeah. Plant has 3 names in English, all of them meaning small marrow. Zucchini, it's an Italian loan word, so it's a borrowed Italian word. There we go. Usually in the plural form. Yeah, zucchini and the plural is the same word, yeah. And courgette are doublets, both descending from the Latin cuboretta or gourd. Follow the gourd! The name zucchini is used in America, Australia, and Canada, and New Zealand. English loaned from Italian, where zucchini is the plural masculine dismissive of zucca, marrow. In Italy, the masculine zucco, plural zucchini, is attested earlier and hence preferred by the Accademia della Crusca, the Italian regulator. Courgette is used in Britain, Irish, Malaysian, apparently New Zealand. South African is loaned from the French courgette. Yeah, so it's not even an English word. It's zucchini is Italian and courgette is French. There you go. And English is like 28% French or something. So, yeah. Yeah, no one... When someone says gourd, I think of a drinking vessel from the Middle East. I don't think of... Yeah, Life of Brian, gourd. Follow the gourd. No, the shoe is the sign. No, it's not a shoe, it's a sandal. It's a shoe! No, it isn't. Splitter. Yeah, the ridiculousness of following icons, yeah. It's hilarious. All the guy did was run from the guards and lose a sandal in the process. And suddenly he's the Messiah. I know the true Messiah. I should know. I followed a few. The jokes are just great. Yes, if you haven't seen Life of Brian, it is fabulous. Skriano. Hey, Carlos and chat from an old Acer Knight. I remember the Acer Knights, yes. Didn't you used to hang around here in Old Athen? Like 3305 local. We all used to sit up here or would be hanging out inside this little static room that's available. And then Synergy Factor would be along this wall. And I'm sure you guys were around here as well. I could be wrong, could be misremembering. It's been a while. Yeah, the gourd over here is a cool-looking, useless Halloween decoration. Oh, now you've got me on Google again. Gourd. The fruits of some flowering plant species, of the cucumber particularly, Cucurbita largata, term gourd. He's off his gourd. A large fruit that has a hard shell and cannot be eaten. Or the shell of this fruit is used as a container. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. There, that's a gourd. You can't eat it, but you can hollow it out and make a drinking vessel out of it.
Gourd. Gourd.
Gourd. A round bottle-shaped fruit has a hard shell, usually not be eaten. Shells in it are used as a container. Yeah, so you wouldn't call a courgette or zucchini a gourd because they're two different things. So they have those as Halloween decorations. Okay. That's different. Yeah, we've got the, pumpkin, jack-o'-lantern, skeletons, and then all the Hammer House of Horror guys, the usual suspects, Frankenstein, and yeah, it's similar for decorations over here. Indeed we used to frequent the Cup. Yeah, I remember. From the old days. Going back a while there, yes, indeed. Yeah, so they're Halloween decorations? Real? Okay. That is kind of like, why are they Halloween? It's the thing. Why are they Halloween decorations? Well, mind you, why is a pumpkin? I guess because you can carve a scary face in it and put a candle in it. That's why, Yeah, Halloween isn't as big of it's not like a mega holiday in the UK. It's like it's kind of a thing for younger people, like trick or treat. It's kids generally. Some nightclubs throw Halloween parties though. If Halloween falls near a weekend, they'll have a Halloween themed night they just set Halloween fancy dress. You don't necessarily have to come as a horror related character. You can come as a pirate if you want, So if you aren't aware, over on the Twitch, the Grace giveaway is running over there. It's hashtag loot please to enter. Are you using Scotty Boy the warping bot? When I choose to, yeah. Like if I was doing the DB quest, 100% I'd be using it, It's safe. What, the gourd is safe? I don't. Mathematica with a loot, please. Thank you very much. Yes, it has been playing the Oblivion remastered. Really enjoying it, actually. I think I'm enjoying it more than I enjoyed it originally. I think maybe because I kind of figured out some of the mechanics I didn't know previously. Hey, that's that dude again. Who's wanting thingies. He's wanting the spirits. Razil, welcome to the stream. Wilsid, hi. Welcome on in. You know, taking down the prisoner is a lot easier with melee than it is without. Mindquake, how are your textures better looking than mine? Is this the new engine? It is, but it is using the same textures. I am playing at 1440p, so perhaps they look higher resolution, because I'm at a higher resolution. Stuart Hall is a new member. Oh, thanks for the membership. I haven't got alerts to work for YouTube. I can't make them work, so if I miss one, I'm a very bad person. But you get outtake videos and stuff. Well, you get them before anybody else does. Some people would argue the majority of my stream is outtakes, but there you are. It's a big old queue forming for the prisoner. Actually, I'm starting to feel sorry for the prisoner now. It's like we've all ganged up on him. And the keeper will completely and utterly destroy him, because that's a high-level keeper with a good sword and everything. There we are. One daily done. Right, we just got the let's get a Doja. Yeah. With the new Oblivion remake, every time pretty much I go into an Oblivion gate, I think, oh god, if Inferno looked like this, that would be so cool, you know? As I said, I grew up in England, and my take on life will always reflect that. There are no proper fish and chips or pork pies anywhere else. This is true. American fish and chips could be a can of tuna and some Pringles. So, yeah. Not quite the same thing. Yeah, so I'm at 1440p, so the textures may look slightly sharper. The lighting is certainly better. Like, you notice subtle things like here, like there's like whatever this language is, there's language of the Zan written on the top in white, as well as in sort of engraved there on all these. And then these guys actually have faces. Forrester Zangale, he's got a face there. These guys kind of don't, or they have look more like an animal than a person. Whereas these guys, there's a definite face going on there. It's difficult to zoom in on one because they're so tall. Right, before I dash to the Infernos, I'm going to go make a quick cup of tea. I'll be about 4 minutes. Alexander! The weather in AO is always so relaxing together with the awesome soundtrack. Yeah. How's it going, mate? It's going very well. Did they upgrade the visuals again? No. That's harsh. I don't know if I could be without I'm a Brum or Tatey Scones. I'm a brutal brewing tatty scones, yeah. Paradoria, maybe. Oh, yeah, I know that word. What's the definition of that word? Oh, thinking you can see a face. No, there's a face. It's not you think there's a face, there is a face. There's an eye, there's another eye, there's a nose, there's a mouth. I can't zoom in on the dude, though. Scottish chap. Ah, there we are. Right. I am getting a cup of tea. I won't be long. I shall be back. Right. Wait, there's back. Right, Doja Hunt time, everyone. Thanks for waiting. And if you didn't, you didn't. I get it. What's this? I'm 50% Scottish and grew up with my grandmother telling me Doon instead of down when I tried crawling out of my cot as a baby. Glaswegian born and bred. Get Doon. Yeah. I can't. I can't do a real Scottish accent. I can do an approximation of it, but I don't struggle understanding it because in my line of work we get calls from all over the British Isles, and there are many forms of Scottish. I tell you who does amazing Scottish accents is Stephen Fry. I mean, any accent, you know, like he can do several Australian accents, and it's not until he actually does them you go, yeah, he's right, those are all Australian, but they're all different. There's a certain form of Scottish where I can't do it. But I mean, yeah, Stephen's accents and impressions, Scottish accents.
In Glasgow, perhaps the least.
I'm going to get copyright claimed.
You take a pork sausage, you wrap. Yeah. Do you know what stoner? Do you know what it means? Yeah.
That's like Billy Connolly, but then he does
stuffy, eh?
the Mars Bar, famously. But then
I remember talking to one Scot who spoke a form of Scottish where he was convinced that everyone thought he sounded English. There is absolutely nothing I am saying which ought to lead you to believe that I am Scottish.
see what I mean? I haven't got that ability. Stephen Fry is just on another level when it comes to stuff like that. So there's one where he does a bunch of accents. It's like a not a medley, but a montage of him doing accents on QI, and they're just, all of them are just brilliant, you know. I have heard that Scottish accent on the phone, and I'm like, oh, and the address, please, or, you know, the postcode, and I go, oh yeah. Digo Critties. Hey Carl, did you any chance watch John Strife Hayes videos on Anarchy Online? No. Heard all about them. No, not really. Had a discussion about them, what was said in them. And yeah, I've already said what I've got to say, which is, I get it. You know, you're making a sort of a quasi review channel, so you've got a schedule. So you're going to spend maybe a couple of days with each title that you do a piece on, which is just nowhere near enough time for a game like Anarchy Online. So you're going to have a certain point of view on a game like Anarchy Online, and you're certainly going to think it's very difficult to get into because you've only given it a set, you know, a much shorter amount of time than it actually requires. So yeah, and I really no real interest in it because, well, yeah, it's an opinion based on not enough time spent getting to know a game, and then making a bunch of apples and orange comparisons. It's like, yeah, fair enough, I get it. I see those sorts of channels around, but even returning players have to relearn the game because of how dense and complex it is. It's like pen and paper D&D. There's mathematical calculations needed, and stuff like that. It's very, very old school, and yeah, it's not for everyone. He made a follow-up video because I think he got like a stack of comments on that video. I've not seen it or commented on it, so, but it's got like 250,000 views or something, so I'd just be part of the white noise in that discussion. So, you know, I mean, me personally, I'm not interested in being a YouTuber. You know, I make YouTube videos, yes, and I stream, but I'm not actually interested in doing that as a job. Is that a torture tool? No, it's a nano charged stun glove, straight out of a shop. Yeah, modern games are designed like slot machines. Old games were designed to be interesting and engaging and fun to play, and challenging and dense to a player base that wanted that sort of game because they were playing, tabletop. Modern games are more designed for mobile market. PC games are tiny in comparison to mobile games. They eclipse console and PC by a huge margin. Yeah, I spent a lot of time being confused back in the day, and it is dense and complex. I can't argue there. He's absolutely right. But if you don't give the requisite time to learn it, then you don't really form. I don't want to say you don't form a valid opinion, because every opinion is valid. It's not necessarily the same. It's like the value of someone that's dropped out of high school. Their opinion on vaccines doesn't hold as much water for me as someone that's spent 20 years of their life studying and analysing viruses in labs with scholarly people that have also done the same. I think the person that's put in the time probably has the more correct and or likely to be accurate, therefore more valid opinion. Not all opinions are equal, is what I'm saying, in certain, subjects. Do you like chocolate ice cream, yes or no? Everyone has a valid opinion. You either like it or you don't like it. And if you don't like chocolate ice cream, then you're never gonna like it, probably. And no amount of time spent eating it is going to change the fact that you don't like it in the first place. Like me, I don't like coffee. I've tried, you just need to drink a really nice cup of coffee, not some instant brand. Yep, done that. Still don't like it. It smells disgusting to me. I've never liked it, so, You haven't upgraded your stun glove. Yeah, it's an 870 from a store. Or 70. I just put it on because bow was taking forever, because our bow weapon is the same weapon we've had since 151. It's the sector weapon, special edition weapon, which is amazing for the requirements. But by the time you're in, level 200 plus, it's really starting to flag. Yeah, it just had fast attack on it. That was the only reason I grabbed it. It doesn't do as much damage as the fist does, but it does some. So I had a vastly different... Yeah, so they had their experience, and their video is a retelling of that experience. There's no right or wrong. Their exposition on their experience isn't wrong. It's just that was their experience. And unfortunately, it was based on a very short period of time relative to how long it takes to learn. I mean, to fully understand all the mechanics in AO for a above average person is going to take you about 6 weeks before you've really got it under your belt. I mean, if you the quicker study you are and the smarter you are, the easier it's going to come. Plus, if you've played other similar games with deep and dense skill systems, then you're probably going to find it easier to pick up. If you can speak 2 languages, learning a third is easier. If you can speak 3, learning a fourth is easier than the first 3, and so on and so forth. It's that kind of a thing. I've seen many other people make videos about AO that are based on... There was one guy, I think they spent a total of about 4 hours playing and made about 6-7 videos with a bunch of AI thumbnails. And they got loads and loads of views, but there just wasn't much information there because they didn't have much information based on their experience. But they stretched out that footage as much as they could, which is the YouTube thing to do. So yeah, it is what it is. It doesn't bother me, or what have you. Oh, there you go. I am picking it up. A little lag there, maybe. I spent over a decade playing. When I first started playing, the newest major update was Norton Wars. Yeah, so that's way back. You know, that's pre-Shadowlands, so that's like 2001, 2002. Yeah, you ask other people in the game, I'm a returning player, I can't remember how the hell I do this, and you'll get like 50, 60 people will immediately respond and say, oh yeah, sure, yeah, and a lot of them will just take you under their wing and help you relearn. You know, if you approach the game as a single player game, it's going to take you much, much longer to figure anything out. If you never go on useful sites like Anarchy Online Universe and you know, the forums or the Discord, even though to a lesser degree these days. Yeah, if you go on an AO forum and type the wrong answer, you'll get 5,000 people giving you the correct one, and that you're an idiot because you have the wrong answer. You know, as is the way on forums. You know. You know, people are faster to correct someone than help them on the internet. So some people just use that fact to their advantage. I found a Doja chip. There we go. Right, so that's 3 dailies done there. We've got the Alien daily to do. We finished a line of research. So that's Apotheosis 2 done. Nice. So Apotheosis 3. So we get better healing. And a bit more crit. Cool. On the next one. MO's about the social aspect. Well, that, by design originally, yeah. I think a lot of the time now, they're pug machines. So they just group random players together. I think you can still have guilds and you know, build a fighting team that regularly play together in relevant classes. Why is my camera constantly doing that every time I zone? I think you have to F5. No, keypad number 5 and then zone again. See if it does it again. Yeah, fixed it. I've never encountered another joint effort game like in AO. Yeah, the fact that you need at least 3 teams, absolute minimum 3 teams to complete Sector 42, all operating in unison, it says a lot about the game. You know, if you want the loot from those games, you has no buff, so you... Yep, she's empty. Right, and in this one, mission complete. God, did my XP bar even move? Oh, I'm into the Warden. Durr. Yeah, so we since that video has come out, I've been asked a bunch of times about it, and based on what people have told me about it, yeah, that's my response to it is, yeah, okay. It's the same sort of thing you get from a lot of people that have not spent much time with the game. Only on this occasion, it's by someone that, you know, has, what, like 250,000 subscribers or something? So they've got a much, much bigger platform. So it's obviously generated a lot more discussion and response. I haven't read the comments on it. There are a bunch of people giving him a hard time saying, you don't know what you're talking about, blah, 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 you know, because that's what the internet's generally like. People will criticise and try to correct people before they'll try and help them, unfortunately. Where in AO, if you ask for help, you'll generally get it. You're 100% research. Oh, on research? No. 10%. There's the bar. But yeah, that wasn't much, was it? Played since 2007, if I'm not mistaken. I think he made a good couple of points about the game, though. Yeah, he's gonna. If he says it's difficult to get into, he's not wrong. At least from personal experience, trying to introduce the game to friends over the years, it's hard it's hard for some to stick to, especially the 60 to 80 range. Biomare. Dailies, you don't spend long at 60 to 80 these days. You've got dailies to do. Did he discover daily missions? Or was he running around Rubikar doing those missions? Stop trying to introduce... I don't really try and introduce people to the game socially. I get a lot of comments on my videos saying, I've just started playing. Oh, I'm so glad I found your channel. Daily missions aren't exactly recent. I'm not saying they're recent. I'm saying I've seen videos where people don't even get as far as that. You know, where they go, oh, it takes too long to level, and they've not discovered daily missions yet. The game itself doesn't give you a tutorial. You know, even the book it came with when it first came out doesn't really give you a tutorial. It just says, you know, it's like an operational manual for a car. It doesn't teach you to drive. You know, it tells you which button to press for the lights, where this is, how to open the boot, how the handbrake works. You know, stuff like that. It doesn't actually teach you to drive, you know. Whereas a modern game, the manual can be simple because it's no more complex than buying a train ticket and getting on the train. Whereas with AO, you're getting in and driving, you know, a manual car. You know, you need not only to understand the mechanics, but then you need to learn to drive as well. And you've been a huge boon to the community. Well, thank you. Oh yes, and you know, I mean, God, Savik's map of Rubikar is so good. Funcom added it to the game. You know, so yeah, and Arc have done massive amounts of work for the community as well. You know, don't overlook them. You know, without them, we'd never have had the alien events and all that kind of cool stuff. You know, so yeah, to me, they are, you know, they were a vital part of the ecosystem, and without them, the game is less, definitely. Also, they used to moderate the Discord, and now they don't, and it's like, you can tell it's not moderated. It's like going to a restaurant, there's a bunch of children screaming and shouting and throwing things on the table opposite, and you just, you know, you can stand it for so long and then you're just like, you know what, I'm out. This lighting looks 10 times. It's just the beta. It's just the beta engine, that's all. Yeah, people don't. They modern games are effectively, when I try and play them, I feel like I'm playing a slot machine. You know, like insert coins here to win. You know, kind of, yeah, it's just, there's just nothing to it, really. Before, the official forums are still there. Discord is so immediate, because of the immediacy of Discord, hardly anyone uses the forums anymore. They'll go ask the question on Discord, because they'll get an answer a lot quicker than they will on a forum. Because everybody's on, you know, there was, before forums, there were news groups, and they used to be really busy, and then they introduced forums, became a thing, and, you know, they became massively popular. But now you've got sort of Reddit and Discord. Discord more for immediacy, because it's real-time chat. And, yeah, it's kind of killed off the usage of forums. You know, video killed the radio stuff all over again. Beta Engine has the right idea, to be honest. Take the retro feel and improve on it. Yeah, they've just improved the lighting. The textures are, in fact, pretty much exactly the same. Oh, it's a dark-coloured one. Can we go? I was going to go for a green one. It'll be easier. Right, here we go. Let's take tons of reflect damage. You know, it is video killed the radio star. That's what you're dealing with. There's so little damage to these damn things with a huge reflect. Yeah, Discord you can get lost in. You can, yeah. Yeah, you're away for a day and the comment you made is, you know, 50 comments away and the discussion's moved to something completely different and you're like, I don't know what's going on. The Discord is more like a live feed, kind of an interactive thing, so people are on it discussing in real time, and if you go away from that and then come back to it, you feel like you've completely missed where the conversation's gone or what the conversation's about anymore. Are we there yet? Oh, it's moving. Kaboom! Hopefully we were far enough away. No! No, we were not. Ow. My time I used TeamSpeak. Yeah, I mean, Discord, initially I was like, oh, this is a cool new, you know, TeamSpeak. But with the amount of written text, emoticons, and all the other features and bells and whistles it has, it's kind of, I mean, I don't know, was TeamSpeak always freeware, or was there like a paid model? TeamSpeak also allows for streaming and video conferencing and stuff like that. You know, it's much more advanced than TeamSpeak was. Unfortunately, you know, things are going to move on. TeamSpeak kind of pretty much stuck to its guns. I mean, before TeamSpeak and such, like with MSN. Remember we used to all pile into MSN at night and have a chat? You know? Yeah, I've never paid for it. I've always assumed it's always been free, but I don't know that it's always been free. And I've never really used it all that much. You know, with AO, a lot of the communication is just done via text chat in the game itself. Right, that should be number 2. Let's run a bit further away this time. MSN, ICQ, Merc, yeah. You know, what was ICQ was, it was FTTP as well, wasn't it? Yeah. I remember being a proud owner of the Amiga 512. Ray tracing was introduced in that arena, but stills only and a long time to load. Yeah, you could, I mean, Pixar were using ray tracing for their movies in the 90s, and yeah, it took forever. The fact that we can do it in real time now is crazy, but, you know, there you go. Yeah, the lighting is definitely better in the new engine. I mean, that's one of the, once you use it for a little while, you really miss it not being there in the vanilla engine, you know. Discord is going public. Yeah, as soon as they try and charge people for it, they, you know, this idea that people like it because it's free, and then making it not free is somehow going to make you money, is it's wrong think to come up with a word. People use it because it's free and convenient. If you make it not free, people will just immediately look for the next thing along that is free, and you will lose your user base. That I don't make the rules. I'm just telling you, that's what'll happen. You know, I don't know how it survives, its servers survive, and how its upkeep works, because there's no, and you know, if they start putting ads all over the place, subscription only this, it'll fall flat on its arse. it'll become a much more tiny user base, because people will just, no, I'll find something else. There'll be so, as soon as they do that, some other team will come up with a freebie version of it, because they'll see a gap in the market, and they'll suffer. They'll suffer from it. You know, I don't make the rules. That's just law of the jungle. You know, that's what happens. I remember ICQ. I got my first real-life girlfriend from that program. Wow. They had some offers. What bow were you using? I was using the special edition bow. There's not really anything much between that and the beast weapon, which technically I could use if I had it and a weapon upgrade device. Then I could go back to using that. But until I get one, it's just easier to do dailies and level. Just, you know, doing melee, because it's instantly effective. Nearly forgot to hand the alien daily in. Now known as an app, as is the lady in question. Okay. Yeah, I was just making a joke, saying, "Oh, I got a girlfriend with ICQ." That's, you know, they had some offers on, eh? Install ICQ, get a free girlfriend. Yeah. Yeah, it's a joke. It's just a joke. Alexander, the lighting and colours in the city is really nice together with the improved shadows. Oh, the shadows are massively better. I think people forget just what the shadows are like when you A and B them. But yeah, the shadows in vanilla are just like a grey splodge on the ground for everything. Night sky looks great as well. Yeah. Feels... I don't know if it's any more high def. Kind of feels like it is, but I don't think any textures are. I think possibly the textures look better simply because I'm playing at 2K resolution, not 1080p. You know, so even though the Twitch stream is at 1080, that's because it's Twitch, and Twitch doesn't like resolutions above that. It doesn't look as good. The higher your resolution, the more, you know, the less sort of noticeable imperfections are in textures. I spent 2 hours just watching the clouds turn into a thunderstorm in AO after sunset, of course. Nice. Yeah, we've got a clear night tonight, so it's quite bright. Looks phenomenal even today. Yeah, they got that right with the layers. A very simple cloud system. You know. How do I get the engine? You go to the official site and you can download it there. No, you go here and you go download, try new engine. So you click on that plus symbol there. Try new engine. You can download and install it from there. And that's it. That's all you got to do. It's a small download. It's only like a 5 gig download, but when you install it, it expands out to 25 gig for reasons that I don't know. But yeah, it's not like the Oblivion remaster where they've redone all the textures and whatnot. The new engine should be made the default, or at the very least they should tell you about that on Steam. Yeah, Steam want your software or your game to be stable and reliable. The beta engine is not. It is not stable. It's a beta engine. But yeah, it should be available on Steam as well. It'd be so much better if it was. More people would try it. I've made loads of videos about it. I was in the beta test for a year with this engine. And the newer REIT and everything else. I made one Hollow Island with the new engine. I uninstalled it instantly. Yeah, people, yeah, more stable than Oblivion. I don't know. I've had very few. I've had crashes with Oblivion, but it has only just. It's what, a week old. It's all. How many patches has it had so far? Like, it's pretty stable for me, and I've already modded it quite a bit. Like the unleveled lists mod. So, you know, if you get like a unique weapon in Oblivion at level 1, you get a level 1 version of that weapon, not the level 30 version of that weapon. And it sticks like that. It doesn't upgrade as you level. The Hollow Island crash is harsh. Yeah, I've not tried Hollow Island on the new engine, I don't think. I'm sure I did it once on the engineer to get an engineer item. But I don't remember crashing. But then again, I tweak how the engine runs on Windows, and I've made videos about exactly what I've done. It's not much. Check out the Flora over there. It's like Age of Conan. Yeah, I think it's a DX9 engine loosely based on that. But I never really played Age of Conan. I get like 3 FPS. Oh, is it just one of those areas? I just meant crashing in general when you're trying to do Hollow Island. Weird. Yeah, like if you do 12-man, the new engine is just... It just falls to bits as soon as the main guy shows up. As soon as he spawns, you're down to 3 and 4 FPS, no matter what hardware you've got. And I've got high-end hardware, and it's still just bleh, and barely run. But I can remember tower battles being like that constantly, and I can remember doing Pandemonium with 3 teams or something being exactly like that, you know. And that was just the limitation of the hardware we had at the time on the old engine. We got that ICC planet-wide announcement. Mercatorus has been awarded the highest honorary rank for outstanding dedication to the defense of Rubicar. Congratulations. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but yeah. So what we got left? Oh, yes, we've got some Shadowlands quests we could get on with. Ending the devotion. Which one's that we got started on? I'm going to use a 220 to make it life easier. The Anna Z. Yeah, we did that. We did Anzi Scribe. Anzi Protectors. Yeah, again, we're out to kill mobs, fight Shire mites. Yep, okay. Psychic. Yeah, we need one of those. And then the big Anzi Storyteller guy. We need Brimstone parts. And then the hard part, kill the left and right hand, which is, yeah, you kind of need a proper team for that. The new engine is really just a way to get subbers to be... No, you don't need to subscribe to use the new engine. Yeah, you can use the new engine on a Froob account. Anyone can use it. It's open. Captain JTP with a loot, please. Good luck. Yeah, it's not locked to a subscription. Anyone can use it. I use it on my Froob accounts. Yeah, you can log in via a Froob account. You don't need a paid account to download it or anything. Morning, Kalos. Good morning, if it's morning for you. Yeah, so we can go back to Shadowlands and do some of that. I'll bring a bigger tune to come and help, though, I think. Yeah, you're using the new engine on a free account. Yeah, you can. Yeah, there's no kind of paywall to it. Never go, yeah, I keep the old engine there and up to date and keep moving my prefs back and forth just because. You know, if there's ever a big issue with it, I want to be able to still play. And, you know, the old engine, I'm thinking, is going to carry on working, so. I ended up staying up late, crashed out in the chair. Not great. Oh, yeah. You wake up very stiff doing that. Right, do we want to... Yeah, we'll bring... Stronk Keeper to come and help. Not raiding, so no sense joining those raid chats. Oh, more VP. A lot of folk forget or don't know that AO came out... Age of Conan came out in 2008 and was plagued with memory leaks and other performance issues. It's not the same as what Exile is these days. Totally different game. Oh, yeah. Yeah, totally different game. I mean, the new Dune game seems to run fine on my system when you... I mean, all you've got is the character creation and the benchmark, and that runs perfectly fine. But I've got a 4080 and a 13th gen CPU. It should run pretty well, you know. I'm just going to get water this time. I've had enough tea, I think. What? Sacrilege! No, I've had lots of cups of tea today. I honestly think Funcom makes badass games, then completely forgets about them and stops giving support once they start developing a new one. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, was it Secret World came out? Seem to have two different weathers going on here. This is character 1. This is character 2. Okay, that's interesting. No idea. Right, so we're back to what you'd expect. It's like different time of day or something. Yeah, still, look. It's like it's sunny on that one, and it's not sunny on this one. What? Okay. Have you tried mem check with your RAM? Current clock speeds might be causing issues. That's not for me. Okay. Unresolved issue. I have 2 rigs, and my new one is similar to yours, AMD 7, RTX 4060 and so on, but AO just won't fire up. It crashes before you get to the login. Are you trying to run it above 1080p? Let's look for the elephants before we look for the ants. Yeah, if you try and run the vanilla engine above 1080p, it will fail to start. You need DG Voodoo 2 to fix that. That's a DX wrapper. Or you can use Anarchy Online Item Assistant, AOIA, both of which I've got videos for. And if you do that, then it unlocks the artificial limit on resolution. and you can then run the vanilla client at any resolution you like. But if you take an unmodded vanilla client and you input your default resolution of your monitor, if it's anything above 1080p, so if it's a widescreen, it's 1440p, or a 4K monitor, it'll just go boom and just not launch. So before you start pulling your computer apart, try to check that. And if you've got more than one monitor plugged in, you need to check on the startup here. So you go on settings and just make sure it's on. If it doesn't pop up on screen, try different ones of these, because sometimes it thinks different monitors are different things. That's the most likely thing. So I've got the video for that. Yeah.
Hi all.
There you go. It's a bit of an older video, but tells you where to download AOIA, which is a unbelievably useful tool anyway, because it keeps track of where everything is in every bag on every character. But yeah, you just install the client. So
The conventional.
oh yeah, I did a cool
Hi
intro.
all, and welcome.
I
to
just
the video.
remembered what I did with this video.
What if I told you you can run the old vanilla engine at higher resolutions? The conventional wisdom has always been that the vanilla Anarchy Online client, DirectX 7.
Yeah, I think this is Windows. Is this Windows 7 I'm on here, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so tells you where to get the thing from as well on the video, I think. Just check the link still works. Yep, there you go. Download it. Follow the instructions in the video. Dream made it. And yeah, it works on AO. It means that you can then, without any other plugin, AO will always run at any resolution you want thereafter. And then there's the DG Voodoo 2 one as well. Gold Code Nugget, redeem, check posture. Oh. Stretch. I am stretched. There you go. What is it I clicked? It is just the default interactive things for free. What I've turned. I think the default is there of grains of rice. Okay, this is freaky with the two different. This it's like one thinks it's one time a day and the other thinks it's another. I kind of want to. Yeah, let's just see if I log out and log back in. If I get a different time of day, that's weird. Yeah, so it was an artificial limit, I think. I'm not sure why it was introduced into the game with DX, but I think it's an artificial limit with DX7 games. So we're really going back in time there. I mean, DX8 came out in the 90s, or the early 2000s. I can't remember now. Right, let's try and log in that back in. We'll close down completely. That's knowledge v experience. That's both. Yeah, we both got the same time of day now. Cool. Right, okay. Follow. Okay, so one following the other. So we've got to do a bit of shopping first, haven't we? So we've done all those. We need the psychic disc. What other pieces should we pick up? Scalding Weaver and a Brimstone Heart. Okay. So a couple of items to pick up. You feel the core of your being shift as the source makes room for a divine presence. Rico Krat has reached enlightenment. Congratulations. Yeah, the Secret World guys were like the love child for a little while, and then Funcom started working on some other game. I think it was a Lego game, Star Wars Lego game or something. And suddenly they felt very ignored, and all the AO crowd were going, first time here. I thought that might happen. Follow is not infallible. There we go. What flavour? It's tutti fruity. Do you remember the fruit salad, chewy sweets? Yeah, these guys. Do you remember these? Yeah, it tastes like that. I used to love them as a kid. So when I quit smoking and tried vaping, they said, "Well, what do you want?" And I said, "Well, what does this taste like?" And they said, "Oh, you could try this one." Okay, we got some aggravation coming on, right. Okay, hit you. You can see I can't taunt on this character, so... Gotta hit everything that's come over. Make sure it's all on me. Right, okay. Oh, I'm not in team. Because I relogged. I'll start hitting it with this one now. Trying to keep up with the chat on YouTube. Then again, I watched my brother try a new version of the other, that one. The Secret World, and he was already overwhelmed with some of the early quests, but mainly because he wasn't reading and... Oh yeah, they're like looking up the answers online. Yeah, you kind of have to with older games. They are impenetrable. That's how it is. Bobalicious, welcome to the stream. Yeah, the AO item assistant is vastly more useful than simply making the old engine play at higher resolutions. If you have it running in the background, I need to make a video about this, I really do. Bobalicious with a loot, please, good luck. Yeah, so if you have it running in the background, you log into each character, sit them at the bank, open every backpack once. You don't have to browse in it, just pick it up, open it, put it back. Pick it up, open it, put it back. It will record every item in every backpack, and there's a setting in it that allows you to let it auto number things, so that when you then search for a particular item, it'll tell you what character it's on, whether it's in their bank or in their inventory, and in what bag it's in. And it will number the bags automatically for you, so when you log that character in, the bags have been renamed. Brimstone Heart and something from Scalding Weaver. There we go. Yeah, it's incredibly... Yeah, the aniseed flavour. Yeah. I used to get the blackjacks and the fruit salad and squish them together and eat them as one sweet. I remember doing that. But yeah, the Tutti Fruttis I really liked. I'm sure they're like toxic as all hell or whatever, but yeah. Yeah, it's well, I was going to do one. I forgot to do one on Saturday. Yeah. Because normally I do them at the end of the month when I get paid. Because I'm like, oh, okay, I'll buy a Grace and give it away. You know, when on payday when you feel rich for 5 minutes before all your bills go out. And then I kind of remembered that I hadn't done one, so I thought, oh, I better do that. You know, because otherwise it'll be middle of the month and be thinking, ooh, I shouldn't really. Yeah. Right, okay, so we were doing the shopping before, you know that feeling, yeah. Oh, payday, I'm rich. Oh, week after payday. Oh my God, how am I going to get to the end of the month? Yeah. John Goodhorse gifted 5 tier 1 subs to the community. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. That's a tier 1 sub to Rage Star, to Anarchy with an E. Cool Foo, and ADHD Q and N. Okay, and Oppressum. Thank you very much for the gifted subs. And remember, if you have, I really shouldn't, but I'm heading to bed. Oh no. Yes, so if you have received a gifted sub, please remember to thank the person that gifted it to you. There you are. Oh dear. Right. Okay. So we're going to use Big to do that.
Payday Blues got you down? Join Omnitech today for a lucrative career in the vast frontier of the universe.
Payday Blues. So, Tom Mahoney with 100 bits. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, I think we all get, well, most of us get paid on either 4 weekly or month or calendar month paydays, so yeah. There's an easy way to fix it. We need 13 months. If we had 13 months, we make every month 28 days. And then each Monday and you know, weekday would always be the same on that number of the month. The 12 just doesn't make sense. I know it relates to old gods and, you know, and whatever, but yeah. It does. It's just, yeah. Okay, so okay, was. So we've done that part already, the very first step. Talk to past value of the dead. 5 Anarchy Scribe, yet when you have to kill more than 5 Ermites, bold Ermites, we can do all that without moving on the other character. We just need the concentrated psychic disc. Yes, we do. Okay, that's not too hard. We may see a shift. Yeah, someone explained it once. Why it would make more mathematical sense. You know, because we got some months 31 days, some months 30 days, and then one month that's mostly 28 days and occasionally 29 days. It's just like, you know, it's just silly. There's just no need for that kind of nonsense. Yeah, but if you make 13 months a year with 28 days in each month, it all works out. Yeah, our orbit is not. Yeah, it doesn't sync. I know what you're saying. Yeah, it's 365.25 days in a year. Yeah. So we need to speed the rotation of the Earth up slightly, and then it'll all be running perfectly. I mean, the Earth used to run at a higher rotational rate than it does now. And the moon used to be in much closer orbit than it is now. You know, but the ancient peoples of the earth had no way of knowing that. They just assumed it was static, and in no lifetime would you ever see that change. And in a lifetime, you won't see the change. It was far too small to be measured back then. Okay, we got him stuck. Oh, no, he's got up. Okay, and then let's spank him as well. Yeah, you can get a blackjack flavoured vape fluid as well. Have I not? Oh. Need to make room. I probably haven't got an empty bag with me, have I? I'm an idiot. What are these? Can use those, or maybe that. Not deleting that. Oh, 209, I can't use that, so. There we go. So that's all the bits we need to pick up. And now I can stand next to the NPC and just hand the missions in while I complete them on the high level toon. So for the now, I'm going to go park one of them back in the garden. There we go. She's back in the garden. Jigsaw with a loot, please. Good luck. Yeah, so they can sit in safety next to the Yutta while I take the 220 out and do all the other stuff, because it's all in the same actual play field, so it should be fine. We hope. It should work. It should work. So for ending the devotion, Anazi devotees, proctors, and the scribe is the guy over there by that kind of stack of volcanoes. So I'll run the other character over there shortly, because they'll just wipe the floor with them. Because 220 Keeper in a ton of good gear can handle a lot, to be fair. Running in the air. They've never fixed this geometry. Ooh, in a cliff. Out of a cliff. Yeah. Okay. Big Toon, you're up. Do I need to rebuff anything? Yeah, maybe I should. Need to tell the turtle to swim a bit more smoothly. What? Some random comment. Raziel with a loot, please. Good luck. Paper cutter, big tuna. Okay. Actually, tuna fish are a lot bigger than most people realise. Yeah, if you ever ever seen a picture of the actual fish itself, not a can of meat. So, tuna fish size. Yeah. is big. Is big fish. Sometimes, yeah, bluefins are like really big. Good thing about the US standard here is that you get paid every other week, fortnightly. Oh, right. If you do the easy math and stick with this, 52 weeks paid 26 times per year. Makes sense, yeah. Divide 26 times, you get paid by, and you'll have 4 weeks AWOL, as in with no pay. So to fix this, you get paid 3 times in 2 months to make... You see, all this kind of malarkey is just like, why? And not random. World Turtle the Great A. Turin. Yes. Terry Pratchett. Rest in peace. You were a genius. Now I've got most of his books. Get rid of the trash we don't need. The Office references. Last time I played AO was back in 2007. There you go. Yeah, so I was thinking tuna can be really huge. Yeah, they can. Yeah, so divide 26 times you get paid by, and you'll get 4 weeks with no pay. Yeah, that's just odd. Yeah, and this is Callous Tooth Firm. They just pay every 4 weeks. So sometimes you get paid twice in a month instead of once, you know, just because, you know, you get paid on the 1st or 2nd of the month, and you also get paid on the 31st of the month. That happens at least once a year. So, yeah. Right, okay, what are we killing first on the hit list is... And in the devotion... Anzi Devotees. Anarchy Devotees. Protector. They're all going to be the wrong one, because they always are when you need them. The little tuna that go in the cans. They're big tuna before they go in the big machine that chops them up. Yeah, I know, you're joking, I know. How big a tuna? Well, they're about this fat. Like a can of tuna is. Yeah, you get tuna steaks and stuff though that are like, yay, whoa. I like tuna, but I like making tuna mayo. So you get a regular tin of tuna, get a jug, drain it. Try and buy it with, if it's not in brine or sunflower oil, get tuna that's in spring water, so fresh water. It's less tart. And then drain it and give it a squeeze with the lid, you know, so it's basically dry before you start. Then you put 2 teaspoons of mayo in a jar, start stirring it, and then maybe add a second one if you want it a bit wetter. And put that on your sandwich. Yum. That's a good tuna sandwich, that. A little bit of black pepper. Yummy. Yeah, in brine or sunflower oil, no. It's too sickly and greasy. Not a fan of it in sunflower oil, but you can get it in spring water in the UK. I think you can in most places, but yeah, in fresh water is much nicer. If it's in brine, which is salt water, it's yeah, you start wanting to add vinegar to it to offset the kind of salty brine taste. Sounds legit. Like there is no baby carrots. They scrape down the. Yes, there are. They're just pulled out of the ground before they've grown. I've grown baby carrots by accident. On the allotment, they're just regular carrots, but just dug up earlier than you normally would for a proper sized carrot. Brine or oil, yeah, you don't want it in brine or oil. Brine makes it taste too salty, because it's been soaking in salt water. Yeah, if you can get it in spring water, a lot nicer. There's nothing affecting the taste of it. You just, yeah, if you see it and it says spring water, is usually what they print on the tins in Europe, in the UK. They might call it something else in the States, but fresh water, essentially, not brine, not sunflower oil. Then when you open the can, if it's a pull ring, and then put the lid straight back on and squeeze it till all the water stops dripping out, and then it's basically dry tuna, and you're ready to use it. And then, like I say, for me, you know, at least 2 teaspoons, you know, the small ones you add sugar to coffee with, that kind of size. 2 of them put that in the jar first, and then put the tuna on top. It's easier to mix it that way. And then maybe 1 more or half level teaspoon of mayo on top halfway through mixing. And then once you've spread it on your sandwich, pepper grinder with some black pepper. You know, just a tiny dusting. Maybe a pinch of salt. Second slice of bread with butter on it, or whatever. Nom nom nom. Just keep your eye on any house pets, like cats or dogs, when you're making it, because they will try and get it. Yeah, real mayo made with eggs. You don't want any of this low-fat, egg-free nonsense. I don't know what the hell that crap is, but yeah, like real mayo. I mean, I think mayo is basically just eggs and oil, but you know, there's other stuff in there for flavour. Yeah, I don't like sugar-free anything. If it's supposed to have sugar in it, just give it to me with the sugar in. I don't have sugar in anything. I'm not a sweet tooth. But sugar-free just tastes of, I don't know, chemicals. I don't like it. Probably better for you too in water. Yeah, because if something soaks in brine, it absorbs a lot of salt, and unless you're sweating profusely in a hot climate, you don't need salt on anything. There's salt in plenty of foods already. And if it's been in brine, because of the salt taste, quite often you find you need to add a little bit of vinegar into the mixture, just to offset the taste of the brine. Right, now we're on protectors, which thankfully I've already got 2 of here. Now I get random devotee coming up. As you do, when we couldn't find one to begin with. Now we get one. I'm not sure how long I've got before she finishes work. She might be finished in 30 minutes. She might be staying up until 11, I don't know. Depends how busy it is what she said, so we'll just have to see. Yeah, smoked salmon, yeah. Tell you what else is really nice, but does not smell nice, it will stink your house out when you're cooking it, is smoked mackerel. The East Asian variant of smoked mackerel. When you're cooking it, you're like, oh my God, it's overpowering. But when you eat it, it's like, oh good God, this is nice. You know? I remember we had a mad weekend in a place called Red Hill, which is just north of Brighton. It only exists because there's a train station there where you get connecting trains from London to the south. And there's like a postal thing there, and a couple of my buddies work there for the postal service there, so they got free train rides because they just put on their post office jacket and go and sit in the mail cart. And the conductor was like, all right, mate. Just left them alone. If there's a mail cart on the train, they just travel anywhere. And just be like, all right, bud, any idea? Yeah, there you go. They're like, yeah, fine. So yeah, they live there, and we were there. We had a bit of a weekend. We were all students and whatnot. And it went a bit silly, and went, oh my God, we've all got no money. So another guy they knew said, well, I'm going fishing down Brighton. So we went fishing with feathers, which is like you've got your line and then several bits coming off it with lures on them. We caught a bunch of mackerel. That's a devotee. Now I need protectors and I can't find them. Yeah, and then took them back, gutted them, whatever, cooked them, ate them. They were delicious. And getting a fish like that is the easiest thing in the world. Sorry for anyone squeamish or vegan or whatever. I respect your choices. Please respect mine. Yeah, but you just take its head off, get a sharp knife, stick it in the fish's arsehole, and then split it up the middle, and then stick your thumb in, and pff, that's it. It's gutted. Easiest thing in the world. Fast Leaf Country subscribed at tier 1. They've subscribed for 52 months. Man alive. Thank you very much. Love you, my man's best 52 months of my life. I think you overstate my influence, but thank you. Good Lord, now I'm hungry as hell. Sorry. I'm off to the gas station to pick up some salmonella in a packet. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, gas station. Yeah, never buy gas station sushi. I've seen that episode of Futurama. Swifters, welcome to the stream. Just have to avoid that gas station sushi. That crap is a weekend on the bog for sure. Oh, Christ, yeah. Yeah, don't eat that. That's been parodied in loads of stuff, hasn't it? Like convenience store, ready-to-eat food and stuff like that. Swifters, are you going to try the Dune Beta? Oh, yeah, I want to try it. Let's see how it goes. I just haven't been able to tune in to a stream too much is the biggest oof I got. I know I'm UK and whatnot, so right, we want the big guy. It says Paul, the big guy. It's not your fault, man. It's we live in different parts of the world. It's difficult to schedule. Let's get the boss in. You can see the scale of the boss. There you go. Just about got them in shot. Fast Leave Country gifted a tier 1 sub to Swifters. They've gifted 60 gift subs to the channel. Thank you very much for the gifted sub. Yeah, watch what you eat from garages. Especially, you know, if it's a small garage on a lonely road, who knows how long them sandwiches have been on that shelf or in the fridge. Norway. No, not in Norway. I'm in Britain. It's an hour later in Norway, I think. At the moment. Oh, you're in Norway. Oh, wow. Nice, man. Love to visit there. The whole message before. Well, I'm in Norway, so not the biggest swing. I missed the previous comment. Sorry. In Norway, been working a lot. Nice that work can take you to Norway, man. That's pretty cool. Yeah, a friend of mine works in Norway most of the year, but still lives in the UK. So his wages are essentially free from British taxation. I think he has to pay tax in Norway, which is quite a lot. But everything's free in Norway, so. You know, the things that you wouldn't think are free actually are free. So. Yeah, medical, tons of stuff like that. So you pay more in taxes, but, you know, if the worst case scenario happens, you're covered. You're not going to go bankrupt trying to get better, which I think I prefer. That's the system I prefer. You never have to make the decision whether or not to remortgage your house to save your child. You know? I think I prefer that method. I think that's the better method. Yeah, I work with the murderers and psychotics and try to keep me tamed. What? Oh my god. That's a job and a half. Yeah. Okay, we're done there, so, no, not that. Where's the mission gone? Here? Talks with the past. More problems? Okay. So what does he give me next? Okay. Kill Ermites. Yes. Okay. I don't know if I need more space in my inventory or not for this. That's the only thing. So let's have a quick read ahead. Let's get rid of tuna fish. We did that. So we got the pickup bits. Kill mobs this time, 5 bold and a calamity. Upon completing, concentrated psychic information will spawn in your inventory. Right, I need one more slot. Oh god, I don't need that. Okay. Bow MA, kind of technically a bow MA, but not using a bow at the moment. I'm using the Keeper to do the heavy lifting for some Inferno quests. Okay, I might have to kill some trash that's chasing me. Do I need any help? What? I'm alright. I just need to go farm 12 man and farm beast for a better weapon. You got a 1 year sub. Oh, fair dues. Where are my ermites at? Has someone been out here recently? Killed them all off. What are you? Right, what are we killing first? Shy ermites first. That's neither of you two, so I'm going to have to tank you out because I've got no calms. Shy ermite. Okay, found one. Maybe I should have used the crack just because I can calm crap. I've been playing the last few months. Yeah, you know, I mean, you're busy with work and life and whatnot. You know, everyone gets it. Yeah, maybe this would have been easier with a crap or NT. I'm guessing someone's been here killing because... Shy Ermite, there we go, tab 1. You can't see these guys, they're under the ground. You have to just like keep an eye on the little red dots. Want to get into it again? Yeah, you will when you find the time. You know, if you have the inclination and the time, you'll do it. Don't worry about it. Another thing, when you're getting followed by a bunch, it's harder to find the ones you want as well. Shy Ermite, there we go. We've got another shy in the middle of that lot. Yes, we do. Have all champs and all breeds for it. I should record and we'll start again. I'm giving a couple of those person give one. What? Okay, we need more shies. Need more shies. Oh. No, you're not that. I don't think there are any. Keyboard fact. Keyboard fail. Don't worry about it. What have you done to that keyboard? New keyboard. Oh, right, you're just not quite used to it yet. I don't know what keyboard you've got that's messing you up like that, but yeah. Does it still work if you run up the ramp? It used to. Can't remember if you can reset them from here, or do they climb up now? One did. Recommendation for the new champ for me. I have played out every champ. You mean class? I don't know. Whatever you feel like playing. Yeah, there you go. They do give up if you manage to get to the invisible ledge up here. Class champ. You've been down the pub. Yeah. Whatever you feel like playing, dude. Just pick something you've not played before and try it, you know. How about an MA engineer? That's quite interesting. And it ends up being really quite good as well. You just have to get used to being a little itty-bitty Slayer droid a lot of the time. Can never go wrong with an Advi. Well, that used to be true. Nanomage Enforcer, yeah, they work, you know, they work well. I'm getting another mug of water. Pinning back the hair. I'll just let it grow from shaving it down to like a grade 2 all over a couple of years, maybe 3 years ago. And I still haven't decided what I want to do hair-wise, so I just, screw it, just let it be long again. I'm getting some water, I'll be back. I just want what Carl wants me to play. Well, I you know, I don't want to influence what you want to play. Play something that you'll enjoy. That's the only thing I'd suggest to anybody. I mean, Bow MA was an idea that was quite random because I've never really done it. It's difficult with weapon choices though. But it is doable, yeah. Just not finding any more oh, I had one. There, got it. Right, shy air, Mike. Come on. Peer pressure, Peter. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Right, boulder mites. Well, we can find those easy enough. I'm surrounded by them currently. Yeah, my feeling is someone's already been here killing these based on how many are spawned and what have you. Yeah, it's a Grace giveaway this evening, Peer Pressure Peter, if you hadn't noticed by the stream title. I think we got another shy there, which I no longer need. But they've all started to respawn, I think. May as well try my luck at hashtag loot please to enter. Not sure how many entries we're up to at this point. It's a Grace code as well, so you can reactivate, you know, an old account with it if you want. 12, those are good odds. 12 to 1. Weird, isn't it? There was a load of bold chasing me around before and now I can't find them. There's a bold, I can see it coming out of the ground. Bold, come to me. I'm surrounded by shy ermites now. The bold is stuck in geometry. Okay, can I hit him? He's properly stuck, isn't he? No line of sight. I don't think we can get that guy. Oh yeah, we can. Oh yeah, because I went up the ramp. I've got them all stuck at the bottom. I'm an idiot. Her Panda Pallid. New viewers allowed to jump in on the giveaway. Yeah, sure do. No gatekeeping on it. There you go. Your entry is as valid as anyone else's. Oh my god. Oh no, I'm stuck. I've stuck myself in geometry. That guy's having a good time over there. Hey, Zebedee. Can you give me your fave? Solitus Keeper at the moment, except this one's stuck. Oh, I'm going to have to beacon and come back. Oh no, yeah. Proper. You can't do this while falling. Oh god. And I can't sit. Right. We're going to have to do the whole thing. Alright. Yeah, there's a workaround, but you shouldn't need to do it. But it is what it is, right? No, but if you quit, and it won't let you because it thinks I'm falling. So you can't use your beacon while you're falling. But when you log on, you're sat, so you can use stuck, which might make it worse. Oh, I am standing still. Okay. Right, let me sit. Yeah, it thinks I'm falling, but now I'm sat, I can use stuck. You could just terminate. Yeah, I could do that. Rather not, because then I have to run off and rebuff, and I might be going off to pick up Mrs. Callis too soon. I wanted to get to the resolution of this part of the quest. Is that 30 seconds yet? Mega Meek with a loot, please. Freedom! Alright. I can't do anything about those guys or I'll just get stuck again. So I've got to wait for some others to respawn, I guess. Oh no. Oh, let's kill these while we're waiting. At least doing something then. Yeah, running up that thing was a bad idea. From free falling to free balling. Yep. Yeah, I've got all these shies. I hope to God the other Ermite isn't stuck in there. Name suggestion for your Solly Keeper. Oh, there's a bold. Okay, good. I don't know. Chat, can you come up with a name for a Solitus Keeper, male or female? Female, Megami, goddamn why your graphics. They don't, it's just the beta engine, that's it. That's all I'm doing. Beta engine at a higher resolution perhaps than you're using? I don't know. I don't know. I can make them look better than that with shaders and stuff, but yeah, good old beta engine, it's not very stable. Why can't I tag? There's the bold. Right, let's tag it. Verdant Oath. There's a suggestion for you. You got to remember as well, what are people going to shorten it to and call you by? I don't really have to worry about that too much because most of the time people just say, "Oh, it's Cal," and they just call me Cal, regardless of what I'm playing. Super cooked on stuff. Yeah, you want to try the Oblivion remaster? We got a new shiny PC with cool hardware and stuff. It's really pretty, and also it's still the original game, so the stories and stuff are still pretty cool. But it's the same kind of janky Bethesda combat. Okay, we need one more bold. Is there any bolds in this big crowd of mess over here? The Calamity's there. Solly Blade, there's one. I need a name. Yeah, I always get stuck on names as well. Or I just put something Cal, or Cal something. Because, you know, lack of imagination when it comes to names. On all the Let's Plays series I did, I just put it up for a vote and let people vote for names. I am on bolds, aren't I? Battle the bold, yeah, so I think I need one more bold. And find one. I think I'm just waiting for them to respawn. There's a bunch of them stuck. So I can't get... Well, I killed one and then got stuck myself. I don't want to do that twice. Solly speed. Oh, I just saw it. Oh. There's one somewhere. Yep, there we go. I think that's the last bold, and then we want the big green one, and we're done with this bit. I feel like we've killed... Oh, I relogged. I'm an idiot. We're not in team anymore. I'm a doofus. Right. I am an idiot. I'm waiting for the update music thinking, I'm sure I've done 5. You have. But you're not in bloody team anymore, you doofus. Dear, dear, dear. Right. Go form team again. Yeah, it was going swimmingly till I got stuck and I had to crash out of the game. Do that. And then... Is that not... Oh, hang on. Yeah, so she's closing the pub in 7 minutes, so we better be quick. Any. Why can't I see them? Working here. Oh, it's stuck on Rubicon. Anywhere. There we go. Megameek, subscribed with Prime. Thank you very much. No one knows me kind of like you, Cal. Oh, God. Yeah, but, you know, do I? You know, does anyone really know anyone? I only feel like I really know people after a lot of time with them. In real life. So I don't know, I might come up with something that you hate, and that I'm kind of like worried that I'm going to upset you by coming up with something crap that you don't like. Yeah, I'm thinking. I mean, do you want a sort of cool name or a funny name? What's your poison? I remember Fatty Balls was just a silly name. Right, now Calamity. I mean, you could do something funny like Fast Leaf Chop Chop for a keeper. I went Bordick. God. Let you have that name. Oh dear. Londis is a good person to ask for names. He always comes up with funny names. But they're always memorable. It suggested it. Oh, rude name suggestion engine. Right, okay. Did you get it? Did you receive? Yes, I have the information you wanted. So I think it's psychic information, data. Let's try this one first. I've forgotten which is which. Okay, it wasn't that one. Big XP. It's going to show me the name in the crystal. Who were they? So what now? Okay. You give me the soul catcher. I don't want that. Or do I? No, I need the space in my inventory. Right, delete that. Let's get down to business. We're going to park you back in the garden when the timer's up. The keepers are just phenomenal defensively. They just stood here doing nothing at the moment. There you go. We're just beacon them away from the noise. Remember, you have to search for you to find the data you're looking for. Goodbye. Okay, I think this is this. Which it seems to be more like 100% drop rate. In fact, they drop 2 at a time a lot of the time, those. Profession in name is easy to keep naming convention simple, though. Player tag profession. Yeah, you know. You can do whatever. I mean, you know. You have the freedom to make whatever you want as a name. Okay. So now it's what? You must retrieve the key. What, do I need something else? Oh, God, yeah, I've forgotten a thing. You can get that. Okay, it's time to do more on Z. It feels like... Yeah, that's... Yeah, we need to go and kill these dudes next. But I'm not going to have time. She's just said, you know, she's finishing in a few minutes, so I'm going to have to skedaddle, everyone. Let's have a look. Is anyone on Twitch streaming Anarchy Online, or someone we know on Twitch? Let's have a look. Me and Rubicard live feed again. Who else is on? Oh, yeah, Catatonia's on. What are they playing?
Brandon?
Yeah, she's pretty cool. Yeah, we go raid them just because it's someone I know. Well, kind of know. Right, we go raid them. Say hi, everyone. Thanks for all coming. Oh, wait. I'm forgetting something. Yes, I am.
Oh, you think so? Gosh, I don't know.
Giveaway draw. We haven't done the giveaway yet. Sorry. Rage Star, you have won the Grace. Congratulations. You have won the Grace key. I will give it to you now.
I'll do it the proper way.
I've got to find it first.
And then if either of you guys need it, you can just let me know.
God, I nearly forgot to give it away. I'm an idiot. Is Rage Star still on in the chat? I can't see them in the chat, actually. But they might be here, but...
It's gotta be so nice having the animals come to you.
Yeah, Rage Star's gone.
Sam the home slice. I love your face. I'm glad to see you. I really do hope you'll get to go to bed soon. Or early, after your...
I'm not pulling up their name on search. Yeah.
Did you just get this as a random? Or did you queue this?
No, it was random.
No kidding.
Rage Stir, not Star. Okay.
Did Goblin Monk get all the achievements?
Rage Star 88. Yeah, I've got them now.
An outstanding achievement that we needed to work on.
Congrats, you won
Was it the note death? I feel like there was
the Grace.
needed here.
And no, I can't show you the message because the message has got the Grace key in it and they're not online at the moment. So we don't want anybody being,
There was still one out.
you know, shenanigans or anything like that.
Home size. I hate those nights.
Right.
Getting sleep.
We were going to do a thing, weren't we? Yes, we were going to go raid Catatonia.
Especially when you have to go to work and you have to focus.
Do that.
Concentrate, that can be tough.
Damn it, Kalos IQ too high. I don't know about that. Right, there we go. We're going to go raid.
For the most part.
I could go live if need. Oh, it's too late now. I've done raid. Oh, split second too late.
So when something goes wrong with a band, that's gotta be nice.
Right, is that everyone that wants to go along?
The equivalent
I think they're playing Elder Scrolls Online, ESO.
I love living in an apartment
But she's really nice. She chats with the audience a lot.
the landlord had to take care of it. I mean, you're still, you're at the mercy of
Yeah, and her husband's usually either on another monitor or chatting with her. They're both cool people. So give them a hello from me, everyone. But yeah, we had all kinds of conversations about music and food and, stuff. Yeah, they're cool, casual. Right, okay, everyone. Time to say goodbye. Love you all. Thanks for taking part. And I will see you in the next one. Until then, bye for now.